Hey guys, so it has been forever since I kind of sat here and just talked to you guys like with makeup kind of stuff, or did like a tutorial. So that's what I want to do today. Thought I want to do this new thing on my channel where I do TV talk and tutorials, where I talk about TV shows that I am loving or hating, and kind of just talk about what I think about those. And while I do that, I will do makeup essentially. So if you want to just chit chat with me, just keep watching. Okay guys, so I don't really know what kind of makeup I want to do today, but it is my anniversary with my boyfriend, so I don't think we're going out. We're probably just gonna hang in my house, but I do want to do my makeup because I haven't really worn like proper makeup in over 2 months. Like I haven't worn foundation. Yesterday was the first time I wore foundation in about 2.5 months, 3 months. So I'm gonna do that today. So I'm thinking of doing like a black smoky eye. I might do glitter, but I'm not like 100% sure. So as you saw in the intro, I'm gonna be talking about some TV shows that I've been watching. Some have already finished in the last like couple of weeks, and since I've not recorded anything, and some you can still watch. Netflix, you know, the huge. I'm gonna do my brows, and for that I'm gonna try this NYX Sculpt and Highlight contour thing. It comes with like a brow side. I took the top off, and like a highlight side. Looks like a stick concealer. And this is in the shade Brunette. Okay, I have a question. For people who are like, oh my god, this is too far. Who've had like oily skin their whole life, and then I wish this was like really thinner, like the way their micro brow pencils are. But has anyone noticed like their skin type like changing over the years? I feel like I went from very oily to kind of combo skin, where like this part was normal and then my T-zone was like just oily. But the last like, I don't know, couple of weeks my skin has been super dry, and I don't know if that's because I've been going to the beach and like swimming. I live in Florida, so we kind of have like that all year round, like available weather. We kind of have weather, nice weather, so we can do things like that. So I've been going out since like March or Feb. Well, you can go before that, but that's when I started. And I've gotten some color. I always use, skipping on this side, I always use sunscreen, but which is why I noticed like I've got like a gradual tan instead of just like, I usually just burn if I don't wear sunscreen. But anyways, so yeah, I've just been very dry. So I've been, for the last like 2 days, been moisturizing the shit out of my skin. The first show I want to talk about is Girls on HBO. Has anyone ever seen that, Girls? No, I don't know. I have been watching it religiously since it started. Like this was the 6th and final season. So I've been watching it since the beginning, and I've been looking for a spoolie. I've been obsessed with it. Not obsessed. I really liked it. I really like Lena Dunham. But this last, it kind of like slowed down the episodes. Like the first season I felt like was amazing. But the last season, the last couple of seasons were okay. I mean, I didn't stop watching, but I do know people who did. So anyways, it's been one of my like favorite shows. Sorry if you can hear the AC. I'm like right under it. And also the last season, this last season was amazingly written. Your girl had some issues with it. I'm not gonna say like what those issues were exactly, just in case if you watch, I don't want to like spoil. But I hated the season finale. Horrible. good episode, like good written episode, but it felt like a filler episode instead of a season finale. So that kind of sucked. I don't know if this color is going to be light enough. Oh, it is. Putting the concealer part to highlights. It was a good episode. I liked it. It showed a lot of progression and growth in the lead character, Hannah, which was cool. Awesome. But I hated it. Like, it just didn't feel like a season finale, and it didn't feel like any kind of closure. So Mama was disappointed. I'm gonna prime my eyelids with Tarte Shape Tape in Fair. My eyelids are kind of like reddish. That's because I used the Juvia's Place Masquerade palette yesterday, and I used one of the like pink shades, and it kind of stained my eyelids a little bit, which I don't mind. That doesn't bother me. So it just did not end very well. I don't really like the character, like where the characters were left off. I don't know. It was very anticlimactic. So that is the first show. The second show that we could talk about, I'll do another one that I hate. Hate is a strong word, but I really disliked, and that was, I'm probably gonna get murdered for this, but that was 13 Reasons Why. Didn't like it at all. I watched it, I think, over like 3 or 4 days with my neighbor, who was like one of my best friends, and we were so excited to watch it. We heard all the hype. Everybody was, I just didn't like it. I just felt like it was very it was really sad, like what she had to go through. I'm also thinking of doing, I'm gonna do a brown smoke, like a warm smoky eye. So I'm gonna go into my favorite palette. This is the Anastasia Shadow Couture, and I'm gonna be using the shade Morocco in my crease. I thought they were, well, I felt like it was trying to be very dramatic, and it was just like failing. I didn't really like the acting much. I liked the main girl that played Hannah Baker. Yeah, I liked her. She was a good actress. And I liked the boy who played Clay. He was really good. And the guy that played Tony. So my camera keeps overheating. I think that was because I was casting it to my computer so I could kind of see where I was in frame, but that's gonna go off. So I just put fudge like a little bit more in the crease. So I just thought that while it was a serious matter, like what happened to her, I could see along the way why she did what she did. It just did not, I don't know. It just didn't vibe with me like everyone else apparently. I just thought it was really dumb. I don't know. I felt like the episodes dragged. And when I mentioned that on Facebook, someone said, wait till episode 6. Like, it'll start getting good. No, it didn't. Not at all. I think the episode where it got bearable was the Clay's tape episode, whatever that was. I think that was like 11. I'm just not like a fan of it. I prefer, I don't know, more. It just felt very childish, I guess is what I'm saying. These people were in high school. You know, high school's not fun for some people. I don't want to spoil it. I mean, I'm sure everyone's probably like seen it by now, but I don't want to say things that will spoil it for someone. The ending was just dumb to me. I don't know. It was just dumb. It was just dumb. Dumb. I didn't like it at all. And I kind of agree with people when they say it kind of sensationalized like suicide. I agree. I don't judge people if they commit suicide. I'm not one of those people like, oh my god, it's so selfish. People have their own struggles, and people deal with those struggles how they see fit. So I am no one to talk about that. Is this supposed to be black? Jet black. That looks like a charcoal gray in my opinion. I'm a mess. I am going to smudge this out. This is not working at all. This is very dry. Oh. What just happened? How did it get black? Oh, you know, sometimes when you buy stuff, they have like that powdery film on it, like eye pencils and stuff. I don't know if that makes sense. I think that's what it was. That is much blacker. I want to know people's thoughts on 13 Reasons Why. Like, why did they like it? Why was it so good to you as a viewer? I don't get the hype. I think that's what it is. Like, is it a good teen show? Yeah. Was it the best teen show ever? Hell no. Hell no. And I know people are like, oh, it's so realistic and like, it's what kid, whoa, it puts a light on bullying and what kids go through. I agree with that part. I don't agree with the realistic part, but with the part about the bullies and stuff. But a great teen show is My So-Called Life, if you've ever seen that. I think they have it on Netflix. If not, you can like go online and there's free sites. I'm sure you can find it. That was an amazing show from the 90s, and it was canceled because parents thought it was too real. So imagine that. It was an ABC show. They talked about sex, drugs, alcohol. There was a gay kid named Ricky. It was a good show. I'm gonna prime my face with this Benefit Professional. Put some on my nose. I can never get my nose to look good. I feel like it looks nice with concealer. Like when I just use concealer, it looks nice. Foundation, no bueno. I have like a wrinkle here. I wear glasses my whole life, and I went through a phase where I decided glasses were nerdy, and I said to myself, no, don't wear glasses, you look like crap. And I spent about 2-3 years going like this, squinting. So now I have a huge wrinkle here. I'm just gonna put a little bit on my chin and here. This is the blackest black that I own. If you have seen any of my other videos, pretty much always using this. This is not the best brush to be doing this with. This is technically a smudger brush. We gonna pass on that brush, and I'm just gonna pat this on. This is kind of a fluffy brush. Anyways, so what are you guys' favorite shows? I feel like my favorite shows are a lot of HBO shows. I love Game of Thrones is like my favorite show. I love Walking Dead. I love Ray Donovan. I love The Leftovers on HBO. Amazing. If you haven't seen it, it's on its last season too, which only had 3 seasons, which sucks balls, but it is like amazingly written. I've never been bored of that show ever. And I'm just kind of blending this into my crease. Some of my other favorite shows that like finished was The Killing, The Big C, Weeds. Loved Weeds when it was on TV. I remember when Walking Dead first started. I was telling everyone to watch it. A lot of people I knew did not want to watch it. I kind of forced them to. Same thing with Game of Thrones. Like a lot of people weren't interested. But after I forced them to, they got with it. Oh, another show I want to talk about that just finished was Bates Motel. Oh my god, it's so good. Freddie Highmore is like an excellent actor, and it's so crazy because I really do think he looks like the original actor who played Norman Bates in the Hitchcock film. I think Freddie Highmore really looks like him. They did like excellent casting, and Vera Farmiga is amazing. That girl can act. She's really something. I really like her. And they're like, from what I read, really good friends in like real life. Like they have a bond, which is cool because she plays his mom and he plays her psychotic son, and they're supposed to be really close like on the show. So I like that they're close in real life. So the finale, if you saw the finale last year, not the finale, but like the I don't know what I'm doing right now, the way it ended last year and like what happened, it was amazing. It was really good. And this season just kind of tied it all together. I think it ended really well. Not sad in the sense like, oh my god, I cried. It was sad. I felt more sad because it was ending. Like, that was one of my shows. My boyfriend and I actually watched that together. We don't live together, so sometimes we can't watch shows together, but we actually waited to watch Bates Motel until we were together, and it kind of took a while. I think we saw it a week after it aired. We waited to see it together. I'm glad we did. It was really good. It was really, really good. I just love that show. I love the acting from everyone. I love the writing, the directing. A lot of the actors directed episodes, especially this season. Like Freddie Highmore directed an episode. Rihanna was in an episode. It was pretty cool. Pretty sad to see it go. I don't know if I have like a favorite episode or anything like that. If I had to pick like my number one, if I had to pick like my number, like if someone said, Linda, what is your absolute favorite show right now? Like of life, right? Like of you living, what's your favorite show that you ever watched? I think I would say Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones is the shit. Like literally, it's just so good. I don't know what else I'm gonna do with these eyes. I'm gonna leave the eyes like that for now because I don't know what else I want to do. Don't know if I'm gonna add the glitter or anything, but I'm gonna curl my lashes. This is just the Tweezerman eyelash curler. I'm gonna use this Cogendo Aqua Foundation that a friend of mine gave me. It was too light for her, and it was past the time she could return it. She completely forgot about it. I'm still like on the, I don't want to say on the fence of this because I do like the finish that it gives. I just don't know if I am in love with it. I do like it, but I don't feel like it. I'm gonna go with the Pure. I really like the Pure sponge. I want to say I like it more than the Beauty Blender. It just feels wetter, whereas the Beauty Blender kind of feels more like a sponge. That makes, this is not recording me, is it? My boyfriend really likes House of Cards, but I can never get into it. I don't know. I haven't like really I've watched some parts of it, but it's like just doesn't appeal to me, and it's sad because I really like Kevin Spacey and like Robin Wright Penn, whoever else is in it. They have really good actors. Are there any like show recommendations you guys have? I do like watching shows. I enjoy it. I do watch Jane the Virgin. Forgot about that. But I have not really been keeping up this season. I watched like a couple of episodes, but to be honest, I haven't like I think I'm like 3, 4, or 5 behind. So I'm not like a religious. I saw the first I think the first season on Netflix, and the second season I think on Netflix too, maybe. I don't watch it when it gives. But I saw a couple of episodes this season and it's good. I'm gonna be using Shape Tape. I wish I could find my light, but I cannot, so I'm gonna use it in Fair. And that's like literally all you need with Shape Tape. I'm gonna blend this out with the Beauty Blender. So yeah, I do like Jane the Virgin. This is harder to do than I thought. Like put makeup on and talk about things. Well, not talk. Think about what you want to say. I need to write down a list next time I do this. I mean, if we were gonna do a movies version of this, oh, movies I'm like obsessed with. So movies I feel like it's easier, but I do really love TV shows. So yeah, if there's like a show you guys are watching you want me to watch so we could talk about, tell me. I will do it. To contour, I'm just going to use the Anastasia contour kit in light, no, in Fair. And for that I'm going to use the shade Fawn. in the same palette, and I have not contoured in a really long time. So I'm just gonna use Fawn. Whoa. And I'm kind of just stamping and placing like the color like where I want it to go before actually like blending it out. Then I'm gonna take the color Wink. Did I just say Wink? Mink, from that same palette, which is much darker. And I'm just gonna focus this on the edge. Oh, girl, you did too much there. Oh, don't do that at home. Okay, I'm just gonna blend this out with the Beauty Blender. I'm going to be using the Beauty Blender, and I'm just gonna dip that into my Airspun. And I'm gonna do it heavy, not because I want to bake, but because I'm gonna be using darker shades, so I could dust off the excess. Like whatever, if there's fallout, it'll be easier to dust. I guess, you know what, we're baking. That's just what we're gonna do today. I'm gonna take this one, the Pure Sponge, just to kind of etch out that line, since it is like it has like a flat side to it. I think this is picking up product better. Okay, I'm not using the Beauty Blender right now because this is doing wonders for me. I wanted to use this Palladio brush from Ulta in the shade, it's an Herbal Matte Blush in the shade Berry Pink, which is really pretty, but I think because I kind of went with a warmer smoky eye, that won't look right. So I'm just going to use my Milani Coral, it's the rose brush in the shade Coral Cove. It is beautiful. I love blush. I just love it. I probably put on too much, but blush fades very fast on me. So, I should have done this after. I'm gonna wait. Like a smart person should wait. After I finish the bottom lash line. So to do that, I'm gonna take that smudger brush that I tried to use first, and I'm gonna take the black, and I'm gonna smudge that very close to, I hope I'm in frame. I can't see what I'm doing, so I'm gonna smudge that very close to my lash line. If you hear crunching noises, my dogs decided perfect time to start eating. It's been there all day. They didn't want it, but now, of course. This works really good for its intended purpose. I'm going to take the back of the Anastasia brush, and I'm just going to smudge that just a little bit. I mean, add just a little bit. Oh, then I'm going to take that same brush and take a little bit of Morocco, which is my favorite eyeshadow of life right now. That one in my eye. I'm going to take that MAC 217 brush, and I'm going to smudge that lower lash. Blend, not smudge, blend. I've already smudged. God, that hurt. Blend that lower lash line. I'm also going to take a little bit of fudge, which is like that darker brown, and do the same thing. And I keep getting it in my eye, if you guys have not noticed. Take that Eco Tools brush and kind of intensify the black just a little bit. I don't think I'm going to add any shimmer. I think I'm gonna keep this just matte the way it is. I'm gonna take a brush. This is just another It Cosmetics brush, and I'm just gonna knock off that setting powder. I like to pounce and then swirl. This is like a little mini sample thing. This is the Lancome Definitions mascara, high definition mascara in the shade Black. This is very lengthening, but not very volumizing. So I'm gonna have to go in with another one. Does this look blue to anyone? I don't know, it looks blue to me, or maybe it's like a gray. I do think this will look really pretty on the lower lash line. So that's what I'm gonna do. I don't know how I feel about that. For highlight, I'm going to be using my favorite highlight, which is the lightest shade in the Carly Bible palette, which I have hit pan. Probably will use this too. So I just kind of used that gold one first, just as like a base. My eyes feel very wet. And I'm gonna go over that. Does this do anything? Probably not, but that light shade is like life to me. I'm gonna go in with my finger on the tip of my nose, right here, the bridge. And I'm going to also put it on the inner corners. I'm gonna take the color Soft Peach from the Anastasia palette, and I'm gonna not do that shit. I'm gonna take that buttery color from the Anastasia, from the Carly Bible palette, and I'm gonna highlight under my brow bones. Almost like skin tone color. I feel like my eyebrows need to be more defined, and I'm gonna take a little bit of the lighter shade of highlight. Next time I do this, I feel like I'm gonna for sure do most of the tutorial first and then do the talking, because I feel like I talked and then it was over. I had nothing to talk about. Is it just me, or does anyone else have like a terrible problem with picking shades of lipstick? I have so many, I never know what to pick. I always use the same ones. This is Caramello. This is the final look. I hope you guys like it. Kind of long, this video. I feel like it's gonna be. Let me know what shows you want to talk about. I will definitely have a list of things to talk about next time, because like I said, I feel like this just went really fast. We're talking in the beginning and then not at the end. And to my boyfriend, I just want to say happy anniversary, and then I love you so much, and I can't wait to see you later today when you get here. And to everyone else, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, like this video if you liked it. I was a hot mess today, but I think we got through it. All right then, see you guys later. Bye.